Today is Saturday, December 14th, and I know that this may look like a little bit different of an environment compared to what some people are used to seeing me in, but I do own a diversified livestock operation in conjunction with my husband, and my family operates it. And I am down here tonight just checking on the sheep because the last few nights I haven't been able to do chores and I just wanted to check in on them. One of the main reasons is because I do have a mama sheep, aka a ewe, expecting babies at the end of this month. So I just wanted to check in on her and see how she's doing. She is a first-time mom. Not ideal. I don't like having babies in December, January, and February, but unfortunately, the ram decided to get a job done on a young female. Well, she wasn't that young at the time. Usually they breed at around 7 months old to lamb at 1 year old. She did not lamb at 1 year old, so she happened to cycle in August before I was able to pull that ram out. Or maybe it was the end of July. But either way, the due date from the date that I saw the ram cover her is actually New Year's Eve. And this is the mama in question. It is 575. So she was a smaller triplet, raised as a triplet, and I'm not surprised that she didn't lamb at 1 year old, but I held on to her. I didn't hold it against her, and she's getting pretty wide. When it comes to hair sheep, Katahdin specifically, producers are kind of divided on that. Some prefer them to lamb at 1 year old. Some want to hold them back and not allow them to lamb until they're 2 years old so that they have just a little bit longer to grow themselves before they are also sustaining another life or multiple lives. My sheep are in fact livestock. Most of them are not pets, but I do have some bottle babies that seem to think that they're pets, but they all serve a purpose. And if they no longer serve that purpose, they get sent to the auction. This is the only one that gets a free ride when it comes to the sheep because he is actually a companion wether to the breeding ram when we pull him out. And this guy was not a bottle lamb. He actually was raised on the mom, and the mom is like psycho. So the fact that he's actually friendly is beyond me. I have no idea why he is so friendly. We didn't do anything different with him. So Big Mama has moved over here. You can see that she is starting to bag up the mammary development that is occurring there as 570 is sticking her nose in. But she definitely will be lambing on schedule. As Iris kind of moves out of the way here, you can see, come on, honey, the right side of her stomach right here is where the lambs are sitting. Obviously, we don't ultrasound our sheep, so it is always hard to tell how many babies they're actually carrying. I will say, come on, Rose, with her genetic potential, it is very likely that she will be carrying twins, potentially triplets. When the ram caught her, they were actually out on the wetland easement. So it was very luscious grass. And oftentimes, if they are on green grass like that, they tend to hyperovulate and release more eggs. So I would not be surprised at all if she gave me twins or even triplets, especially since she's an older ewe. When it comes to the first time lambing anyway. You may ask, how did you know that she was caught by the ram? Obviously, I saw him covering her, but one thing we do with our rams is also put a marking harness on them when they are potentially with females that they may be covering. So in the summer, I didn't expect any females to be cycling, but I did know that there were some yearlings that never got covered. Also, ignore the cows. I'm going over there next. My husband said he fed them. I'm just going to scoop up the hay to them. This guy had his marking harness on, and when he covered her, I actually saw the mark before I actually saw him do it firsthand. But there was no mistaking that. Now, I don't think that there's any other females that got covered by him, but there could potentially be a chance, so I'm just going to poke around and examine. There are not currently any others in here that appear glaringly like they may be close to expecting, so I'm really just hoping that that one, 575, is the only one that is expecting for this month and really until March, because the rest of them are due to lamb, if the Rams got them when we put them in, the second week of March. Goodness, it sounds like they're starving, but they clearly have some hay still in front of them. So I'm going to go and shovel up, fork up the hay to these cows so that they don't keep us up all night. As far as calves are concerned, I'm actually not expecting any calves until the middle to end of April. I think it's actually the third week in April while we are on April break from school. They weren't actually starving like they would want you to believe. They were just being picky. My husband did say that tomorrow he may come out here and feed them a baleage bale.